Hi, I'm Reverend Kera Watts, Minister to Children and Families, and I'm here to give you some highlights for our third week of readings as we journey through the Gospel of Luke together, the Gospel of Nobodies. We begin this week in chapter 8, verse 22, and we'll conclude with Luke chapter 11, verse 54. In this section, we experience the closing scenes of Jesus' ministry and the beginning of Jesus' journey to Jerusalem. We hear first predictions of what will happen to Jesus and familiar stories along the way. We hear of demon-possessed people and Mary and Martha, Good Samaritan, important conversations with the disciples, and lots of people that we don't always pay attention to. This passage begins with a storm, an actual storm, and a sleeping Jesus who's awakened and calms the storm and shows power that begs the question, who is this person who commands even the winds and the water obey? Jesus quickly moves from storms to demons. As you read passages of those who are filled with demons, attempt to read it from the perspective of the person who's filled with that pain. What does Jesus offer to these people who have no hope? The story of Jairus, a leader in the synagogue, falling at the feet of Jesus, begging for help to save a sick daughter, highlights the story not of the healing of his daughter, but of the woman with no name, a nobody, full of faith who simply reaches out to touch the garment of Jesus to be healed. We encounter Jesus giving power to his disciples as they travel to heal others. A favorite story of the feeding of the 5,000 takes place in chapter 9. And when you read it again, consider who the nameless people are and how their willingness to listen and follow Jesus creates an opportunity for a manna from heaven moment. Who do you say that I am is asked, and Peter gets it right, the Messiah. In this moment, we get our first prediction of what Jesus will encounter. Ask yourself, who do you say that Jesus is? Important things happen at the close of Jesus' ministry in Galilee. A trip up the mountain to pray and some very unexpected sightings, more healings, and the moment in which arguing disciples learn that they must be like a child if they want to be welcomed by God. On Thursday, our readings shift as we begin the journey to Bethlehem in Luke 9:51. The religious leaders are trying to understand Jesus and his message and ask an important question: who is my neighbor? The unexpected man with no name is the answer. Mary and Martha enter the story, and Jesus teaches us how to pray. And at the close of the week, we encounter another storm, but this time made by people who simply cannot understand who Jesus is. Keep reading the Gospel of Luke and listening for the ways in which these sacred words come to life for you today.